there's a lot of different type of note-taking that we do in the classroom, but we mainly focus on 2-column and 3-column notes. In math, we focus on 3-column notes where they have the problem in the first column, then their second column is focusing on their work, and then the last column is working on the solution.
It helps me when it's like in their own section, so then I know what section to look back at, so then I know what to do.
And so with the 3-column notes, I've really noticed that they're not just focusing on the numbers, but really wanting to solve the problem. And so when we're going through and we say, okay, here's the problem, when we're going through and taking notes, they're active in their learning, they're participating, and they're really wanting to solve. And a lot of them are trying to show like, well, I already know this. And so as they're kind of going through, they can check to see if they actually got the answer to the problem, or they're just doing the math.
We look in our notes and we see the format in like the formula. So 2/3 times 2/3 equals this, right? Well, in our notes, it explains, it would say, we multiply the numerator by the numerator, the denominator by the denominator to get our answer.
It helps me understand it when it's all laid out because it's just an easier model for me to think about it easier. And it really helps me to like envision what is actually gonna happen in the math or writing or whatever topic. And it just is also kind of satisfying to see all the notes and words laid out in such a format that it's just useful in so many ways.
In other subjects such as reading, social studies, science, we use it a lot for vocabulary or for terms.
It really helps me to remember what we're doing because sometimes I can get spaced out. And also, writing is just a really fun topic for me. And I really like to just kind of show my own work in writing.
For writing, we've done it at the end of their writing piece. We do a PQP. And so the first P is kind of any praises that they have for their partner. And then the middle one is Q, which is questions. So any questions that they have, we just did informational. So any questions like, you didn't explain this, or what was the date for that? And then the P is polish. So most of those are like editing marks or something that they could do better. And they fill that in and then they discuss with each other before they do their final revisions on their piece.
It helps me know what I need to do and to exceed in my work. If I need help on a question, I go back to see if I have a similar question because we do more than one questions when we do notes. So I go back and check if I have a similar question to read. And then if I can get the answer without help, I use it.
So it helps for me to like go look back and have like an example to do for the work.
I think it's great that they're doing it so young because they're learning how to do it now. So by the time they get to middle school, high school, college, or a career where they're needing to take notes, they have that skill that they can use to help them be successful.
When you go into higher grades, like in college and in middle school and high school, you're gonna need to know how to take notes because if your teacher just says to jot something down, you need to know how to do that.
I just want them to be prepared. Like if I'm in a lecture or if I need to take notes, what would that look like? I know me, I didn't know up until college, and I just wanted to write everything the teacher was saying, and I didn't have those strategies. And so I just really want to set them up so they can be successful and they can use this anywhere, in sports, in school, at home, all kinds of things.